class 11th student. Today again I am going to start chapter 3rd. Topic is census and sample method of collection of data. This is part 3rd. In this video we are going to discuss about methods of sampling. Okay, in yesterday uh, we had learned about two things about sample method and census method. We had learned about two things, sample and census method. Okay student, and in sample method we had learned what is the keyword for this method. Keyword is few representative items. Okay, few representative items. Okay, when investigator is going to connect only few representative item, and on the basis of collected data, when he is going to, yes, she is going to conclude, then it is known as a sample method. Okay, as for example, if area of investigation is your school, Divine Public School, Mohnapur. Okay, anyone want to know about your timetable? Okay, how much new generation expend time on study, how much time new generation expending on phone or other things. Okay, so this is objective. Okay, objective inquiry objective. Now they had selected as a area of inquiry your school. So now suppose in your school 2500 students are studying, and that investigator is not having too much time, so he just selected 250. So this is what, this is sample method. Okay, and if investigator is going to connect all the student, means 2500, okay, that is studying in Divine Public School, Mohnapur. So this is the example of census method, and he or she is only going to connect to 250 people student, then it is known as a sample method. Okay, now today in this video we are going to discuss about methods of sampling, means how a investigator select 250 student from 2500 students. Okay, so that we are going to understand it. Okay, so here we are going to understand how many methods are available for selecting 250 student out of 2500 student. Okay, so for selecting few representative item, there are basically divided, the whole method is divided into two part: random sampling and non-random sampling. Okay, random sampling is what? This is the method in which every item gets equal chance to be selected. Okay, every item gets equal chance to be selected. Okay, non-random. So non-random, in this, investigator herself or himself knowingly select the item, means everyone is not going to get proper equal chance to be selected. Okay, so this is non-random sampling. In random sampling there are two method within that: lottery method and tables of random number. Lottery method, everyone is familiar. We make the chit from the slip. Okay, all these slip are going to be identical. We are going to put all the chit on into the bowl. We are going to shake it, and by a blindfold person is going to pick up whatever cheat you are required to pick out from the bowl. Okay, so this is what, this is lottery method. Okay, now tables of random numbers, so we are going to learn here in detail. After that there is purposive, stratify, systematic, quota and convenience under the random sampling method. Purposive sampling is related to judgment sampling, in this there are few judge, they are going to check your performance and going to select according to need. Okay, stratified sampling. So in stratified stratified is related to the term strata, and strata means group. So here first of all investigator is going to divide the whole universe into groups, and then he or she is going to select the item. Okay, now systematic sampling. So in systematic sampling, they investigator follow a proper sequence, so I will tell you in detail in upcoming videos. Okay, now quota sampling. So there is a fixation, pre-fixation of the number of the item you are going to select from every group. Okay, in convenience sampling, it is totally non-scientific sampling method. It is just for the investigators, in investigator convenience. He or she can select items according to his preference. Okay, so we are going to learn every method in detail. Okay, now, so we are going to discuss here random sampling. Today just we are going to discuss here random sampling, within that lottery method and table method. Okay, so first of all I'm going to explain this random sampling, okay, in my own way. So random sampling, what is this? So this is the keyword for this method is every item gets equal chance to be selected. Okay, so every item gets equal chance to be selected. That method is considered as a random sampling. Okay, and when we can use this method, we can use this method when all item is going to have same feature. Okay, that time we are going to make the use of random sampling. Okay, and this is very easy method, we can conduct in a very less time. Okay, and there is not so much effort required from investigators. So if all items are homogeneous, means they are equal in the property, in that case we can use random sampling. So what is the random sampling? That way of sampling in which every item gets equal chance to be selected. That method is considered as a random sampling. Okay, now we are going to understand with an example. Suppose in Gorakhpur, GDA has constructed 5,000 houses for under the BPL people. Okay, 5,000 houses for below the poverty line people. Okay, now suppose application reaches to GDA 50,000. Okay, so this is the application number who applied for these flat. Okay, so now they are only having 5,000 flat, so they have to select 5,000 from this 50,000. So they can make the use of random sampling. Why? Because everyone belong to BPL, they have completed same process. Okay, so everyone is having essential feature equal to each other. So in this way we cannot give any one preference. Okay, so what we are going to do, the investigator या फिर GDA is going to use lottery method. They can make the chit of 50,000 people and they conduct the lottery system, and they select 5,000 slip from that. Okay, and they are going to allot these houses. Okay, they can use table method. So let we understand it in more proper way. So first of all, from your book, what is random sampling? So this is the meaning of the random sampling that is given in blue line. Okay, random sampling is that method of sampling in which each and every item of universe. What is universe? I had told you now, whatever people comes under the area of inquiry, that is known as a universe. Okay, what is meaning of universe? Suppose if area of investigation is divine public school, and suppose there are studying 2,500 people. Okay, so this is what universe, it is considered as a universe. Okay, now Suppose investigator has selected Gorakhpur as a investigation area, and suppose in Gorakhpur there are 10 lakh people. Okay, there are 10 lakh people. So there are 10 lakh people. So these people are considered as a universe. Okay, if anyone has taken area of investigation India, so 1 lakh 31 crore people will be universe are population. Okay, so I think you had understand the meaning of universe. Okay, now let me understand the meaning of random sampling. Random sampling is that method of sampling in which each and every item of universe has equal chance being selected in the sample. So keyword is this: every item get equal chance to be selected. Remember this. What do you mean by sample method? Sample method is that method in which every item gets equal chance to be selected. So this is your keyword. Okay, in other words, there is an equal probability for every item of the universe being selected in the sample. Okay, which of various item of universe get equal selected in the sample in the is the beyond the control of investigation. Means selection is not depend upon investigator. Okay, there is no opinion taken from investigation, or he don't show any preference. Okay, so that type of method is considered as a random sampling. So there are two methods for random sampling. First is lottery method and second is tables of random number. Lottery method, so this is very easy method. When we play the game chor sipahi, so we use this method. Okay, whenever suppose there is selection for your children day, there is game conducted, okay, on a stage. So when children are called, how many is going to be participants, so that time there is use of lottery system, or in sport day, or in teachers day. So everyone is familiar with the lottery system. What is lottery system? In this method, paper slips are made for each item of the universe. These are shuffled, yani they are put into bowl, and bowl is shaked. Okay, then impartially some of the slip are drawn to form a sample of the universe. Okay, now next is tables of random number. Okay, some statisticians have prepared a set of tables called tables of random numbers. Okay, a sample is framed with the reference to these table. Of all these table, the most used is Tippett table. It is having 41,600 figure. Okay, and Tippett has involved 10,400 numbers comprising of for 4 units each. For the use of this method, all items of universe are first arranged in an order, then use Tippett table, and then required number of items are selected needed for the sample. Okay, you can understand this method, table of random sample, with the further slide with an example. But about the lottery method, suppose if your game teacher want to select, okay, want to select two as a batsman. Okay, and there are 10 students who are good in batting. So what he can do, he make the 10 chits, keep in the bowl, and pick up two, and who will be, they will be selected as a cricketer, as a batsman. So this is what your lottery system. Remember, whenever you are using lottery system, all chits going to be 100% identical. Means there will be no difference between each and every chit. Okay, they are going to be same in color, shape, size. There will be no difference. So there will be no partiality. One more thing, those who are involved in the preparing the slip, they should not be involved in selection of slip arch it. Okay, we can call any other person. Okay, yeah, by we can use any cloth, and we can cover the eyes, then we can take the help. Okay, now we are going to understand tables of random number. Okay, here tables of random number. So random number here is given, mostly Tippett method is used in the table. Okay, so what is this method? We are going to understand with this example that is written here. For example, the investigator need to select 30 household out of 300. How much? He required 30 as a sample, and the number of universes 300. And how much he required? He required 30 only. Okay, how he is going to select 30 from 300? So here is given. Okay, the largest serial number is what? 300. Okay, a 3-digit number, and therefore we consult the 3-digit number sequence. Okay, Tippett has given 10,400 figures in his table, so we are going to consult that page where is 3-digit number. Okay, now we will skip random number greater than 300. If in that slip there is any number that is more than 300, so we are going to skip. We are going to only select those number that is equal to 300 or less than 300, and in this way we are going to select 30. Okay, so there is no household number greater than 30. There is given one page example of Tippett table. So in this you can see there is no number that is more than 300. So in this way from that slip we can pick up 30. Okay, and in this way sample selection is done. Now what are the merits of this method? Okay, this is your keyword that I had told. The method in which each and every item of the universe has equal chance of being selected is considered as a sample method. What are the merits of this method? So first is free from personal bias. Okay, this is the only method. There is less possibility, if investigator is not biased from himself or herself, so there is no possibility of being biased. Okay, now one more and very important feature of this method, each and every item gets equal chance of being selected. Okay, like 10 students are there. Okay, we want to select only 2. So how? By giving by making 10 chit and keeping in the bowl. In this way every 10 student is going to get equal chance to be selected as a batsman. So this is only the method which give chance to everyone to be selected. Okay, now next is the universe gets fairly representation by the sample. This is very simple and straightforward method. Okay, it is a very easy method. Now what are the demerits of this method? So there are two notable demerit of this method. First is what? Ki this method does not guarantee proportionate representation of different item in the universe. Okay, suppose there is 3 class. Okay, 11th A, next is 11th B. Okay, and then 1 minute wait, 11th A, 11th B, 11C. There are 3 classes. Okay, now suppose here is also 50 student, here is also 50 student, here is also 15 student. Maybe when there is selection for the sport meet or for children day, so maybe all if I'm going to select 20 students, maybe all these 20 students be selected from one section only. So this possibility is always in this method. So that is written here. This method does not guarantee proportionate representation. Okay, so suppose if I'm going to select 15, so what will be the best way? Ki I'm going to select 5 from every section. But if I'm using the Tippett method, or I'm using lottery method, so there may be ki all 15 students can from 1 or 2 section only. Okay, so this is here. Random sampling does not give weightage to certain important item in the universe. Okay, so if you want that best cricketer, you want best wicket keeper to be selected, so you cannot do, because you are going to get chance to everyone. Okay, next is random sampling is not haphazard sampling. Note the difference. Okay, what is haphazard? जब हम कोई काम बहुत जल्दबाजी में करते हैं, okay, that is considered as a haphazard sampling. Okay, so this random sampling is not means haphazard sampling. We are doing the selection without any system. No, random sampling, what are the basic differences? So first, random sampling is in accordance with the rule. We are going to follow the rule. We have to make, if we want, there are 20 students and we are going to select 5, so we have to make 20 chit, then we are going to select the 5, and this selection will be in front of 20. Okay, and we are going to call a person who is not involved in the procedure of making the chit. Otherwise, if we are going to use a person who is in process of making the slip, so we have to put any cloth on the eyes. Okay, so here is what we have to follow the rule. If we are using the table method or we are using the lottery system, there is a sequence, there is a process, and we have to follow it. In haphazard sampling, there is no rule. Okay, we are in very hurry up. Okay, come any in sport day we find sometime ki ha, come any 3 or 4 come out and come and play the game, because there are requirement of 3 student. Okay, so this is what haphazard sampling. So random sampling is not that. Next is what random sampling allows every item equal chance of being selected, but in haphazard we are not going to give every item, because suppose there are 80 students, I just entered into the classroom, okay, any of 3 come out, so how everyone is not going to select, everyone is not going to get equal chance. Okay, now example of random sampling. So exit poll is the example of random sampling. What they do, they go to the near the poll booth, and they ask just to few voters, and on the basis of their opinion they are going to predict whose government will be there. So that is why sometime exit polls are wrong, sometime good. If they take opinion of many people, and they take opinion from everyone who are youngest, who are belong to backward classes, who are belong to upper classes, women's, working women, housewives, if they are going to, in this way they are going to take the opinion, so obviously they are going to give a right conclusion, right result. But if they are going to just meet few of them, maybe they all of them are old age people, are many of them are only supporter of the BJP, so they are going to say, oh, this time the government will be this party. No, if they are going to give lot of people, they are going to connect, then only there will be possibility of correct conclusion. Okay, so I think today lecture you are able to understand. I know these are the things are not very easy, you are learning these things first time. So student, first of all, you go through your book, okay, read it and then listen the video. No doubt you are able to understand. Okay, thank you for today.